Good afternoon. This afternoon, I'll be doing my presentation on the assignment 2, which is based on different theories of development applied to my local context. This slide shows definitions of human development and the social cultural development theory. Human development, according to 2024, is defined as the process from growth and transformations that occur in humans from birth to maturity. These changes are very important as they show the different stages of development that a child has to encounter in his life. Social cultural theory refers to the importance of social interactions to shape development of a child. The society plays a significant role towards development as it helps shape the behavior, personality, and qualities of a person. For example, people who grow in different contexts different contexts have different personalities. For example, if two children are born from the same parents but are raised apart in different sociological contexts, and they would have their own personalities that are influenced by their surroundings. Therefore, it doesn't matter if the children share the same genetic background. They can still have different personalities or qualities because this is being influenced by the environment they surround themselves with or their siblings. This slide shows the definition of human development. According to Salkind 2004, he states that the theories of human development, look at the various changes that come from the interactions of biological and environment elements. However, from the different theories learned in class, I can say that Erikson's psychosocial theory and Ross's theory best helps represent my views on life and development especially in my local context. This slide shows the description of Erikson's theory. Erikson was an American child psychoanalyst who studies mental health needs of adults as well as children, and he is well known for his psychosocial development on human beings. This information is taken mainly from Wikipedia, as the link is shown in the slide. Erikson was interested on how social interactions contribute to social growth and development, and he believed that a child's personality develops from the early age of 5. Therefore, from these early stages, there has to be proper support and respond to the child's needs in its early stages. This psychosocial theory is taken from Freud's controversial psychological theory, as learned in class. Freud supports the idea that early childhood experiences help determine the personality and behavior of a child when they grow up. And Erikson took this theory and modified the psychological theory of Freud into psychosocial theory, creating with it the 8 different stages of development from birth to death, where each stage has its own psychological conflict. This slide shows the 8 different stages of Erikson's theory. However, I will only be elaborating on the first stage, which is from birth to 12 months. From this stage, the psychological conflict is trust versus mistrust, where the child depends on the caregiver who has to make them believe that the world is affectionate and reliable to rely on, as such as during breastfeeding, the mother has to respond to the child's cries immediately, providing a sense of security or trust for the child, knowing that there is help or care present whenever they need it. But if the mother is stressed during breastfeeding, then the child can also feel these emotions, which would create discomfort. An example from Erikson's theory: in my community, there's this one girl who dropped out of school because she was pregnant, and it was very difficult for her and the child to support her child, and there's not enough support from the parents, but the grandparents offered to help raise the child with help raise the child, and they help the child overcome each early stages of development successfully by overcoming the psychological conflict. Therefore, the theory of Erikson best explains lifespan development with the 8 different conflicts and ways for the child to overcome these conflicts, especially with the proper help given from the caregiver. Because of this, there has to be good interactions with the child, and they have as they have massive impact on development, as it provides the personality of the child, and with the experiences learned might also help them someday when they have their own kids, as these experiences don't just go away. This slide shows the significance of Erikson's theory. The reason why it shows this theory is because each of the 8 stages are outlined appropriately, and each has its own conflict that has to be overcome successfully. This is actually the first time I came across this theory, and I found it very engaging as it relates well to one's experience while growing up. These are the different conflicts, psychological conflicts present in each of the stages, and even through observation, you can also see or prove the different conflicts present during the early stages of life. And of course, we need proper help or company of parents or caregivers to help us overcome these conflicts. Moreover, it is very useful in knowing these different phrases so that we students can also help our children as students, or as most of us from this class are married or had children, and knowing this also helps us to pro help us to overcome these conflicts for our child with our children as caregivers in the society. Therefore, it is necessary to support the child in whatever they need and respond quickly to ensure that there is good relationship where children can rely or trust their parents to help them throughout the different conflicts that are present throughout their life journey. Another theory that I've chosen is John Ross's theory. And from this link given in the slide, it states that Sean is a Geneva philosopher, writer, and composer, and his theory focuses mainly on biological maturation. He argues or believes that the child being born is innocent or naturally pure, only to be affected by the society which surrounds them. The environment again plays a major role in shaping the personality of the child, and again it is the role of parents. It is important for parents to accompany the child and to be open to the child's needs during these early stages. This is relatable in social cultural contexts, as when kids are born they are innocent, and the early experiences that they encounter with the surroundings and siblings or communities can have a great impact on their personality. For example, a child raised in local communities has more respect, good manners, as they're surrounded by elders in the community who teach them about different values such as respect and other values. However, this is different from children who were raised in urban areas who have different personalities, especially negative personalities. Moving on, this slide shows the significance of Rose's theory. The reason why this theory of Rose is more engaging is because it allows the child to grow up in their own way with the natural surroundings without restrictions or expectations. They are only expected to experience everything as they are. The physical changes, the environment, the society on their own, and with Mother Nature as the best teacher. The environment is responsible. When we say environment, we talk about the siblings, parents, grandparents, or communities. The environment plays helps to shape behavior of a child. But again, it mainly depends on the caregiver, main caregiver, parents, to shield them from people who would influence their innocent mind and also to teach them in ways that would help them develop a good personality. Again, this theory also explains a lifespan development as it allows freedom or interactions of the child in early stages of life, experiencing the different changes, and also helps them to be independent by observing their surroundings, their parents, who can also be their role models. And while observing them, they can be independent and know what is right or wrong, and also be able to make good choices, and that would benefit them in the long run journey. Okay, which brings us to the conclusion. This presentation mainly discusses the theories of Erikson and Russell, how engaging they were and how well they relate to lifespan development in my own local context through observation or experiences. This last slide shows the different sources that I've taken some of my information from. And yeah, it brings us to the end of the presentation. Thank you for listening. That's the end of my presentation.